Hi, everyone. So welcome to the world of telehealth and, Zoom life. But what I wanted to do was present about ACES. We currently are located right now in the East Valley, West,
The West Valley.
the West Valley area.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have an office out in Avondale. Right now, we are building up clients closer to that Tempe area. Unfortunately, as you guys all know, with the situation right now, there's been some just, not as many referrals coming in. But we have been growing out in the Arizona area, and we had this wonderful opportunity to just get involved with ASU, which we are extremely excited about. We've worked with other interns from Florida FIT, some more of the online programs. I think ASU is one of the first ones to provide internship for your students right now. So just to kind of talk a little bit about how our internship program works. I've worked with many interns. We do follow the BACB guidelines. So we follow all of the guidelines there in terms of providing you with hours, opportunities to work with the BCBA. And Elaine, how many BCBAs do we currently have out of our Arizona office right now?
There are currently 6, including myself.
Okay. So kind of looking at that, it's definitely an amazing experience to be able to work with different BCBAs. I do feel that people do have different styles, but at the same time, obviously follow the same rules with regards to the BACB guidelines. With regards to ACES, what we provide is we provide in-home ABA, but also in-clinic ABA. And I know that our in-clinic services has been growing significantly in terms of parents really wanting to have those longer sessions, being able to access peers, and just being able to have that where it's kind of like that go-to place for where they can get all their services. They can get their parent trainings there as well. And it's also nice for a lot of not just our RBTs, but if you're going to come into ACES, you would be part of that group as well, where you'd be able to have easier access to obviously your peers and to other BCBAs, and to feel supported versus just only going in-home. So that's what I feel attracts a lot of interns to ACES, is having that ability to have that experience of working both in-home and in clinic. So it's not just one experience. Trying to think, Delane, can you talk a little bit about the groups that we currently have at the clinic right now?
Yeah, so I mean, as Marianne mentioned, and as you guys can probably all assume, everything with COVID, our clinic we have been decreasing enrollment at the clinic at the moment. But we do have a lot of different groups and a lot of different age groups. Anywhere from about 2 years old to about like 16 in our clinic currently. We have various groups we have a group for our 3 to 5 year olds. We have groups for about like our 6 to 8 year olds. And then another group that is about our 8 to 12 year olds. And then we have our teen group that's like 13 to 16. And yeah, through that, we are able to focus on a lot of just a variety of different skills. Depending on the group, behaviors, etc., we will take them out into the community so that we are kind of integrating them into various community aspects and things of that sort.
So I don't know if you guys can see my screen, what I wanted to do. Can you guys see my screen where it has the ACES mission? Okay, perfect. So I wanted to share a little bit about ACES and what we're all about. As you know, with regards to ABA, we all have a purpose. We all work to provide services for children and families. Most of the time, most companies are working with kids with autism. So with regards to our mission, just to kind of share a little bit about our mission, you'll see it here. And if you go to acesaba.com, you would be able to access our website here and just really look at the different resources we have for families, the different programs that we offer. So we primarily provide, like I said, in-home and in-clinic. It's here in our mission as well. We opened up in 1996 out in San Diego, so we have been around for quite some time. And how we found ourselves in Arizona is we have a really good relationship with the different funding sources we work with. And so TRICARE, being an insurance company that has a lot of clients that were on, I guess you could say, a wait list or weren't able to access services, reached out to us and asked if there was any way we can open up in Arizona to be able to service these families who were just waiting and not being able to access services. And so that's what brought us over to Arizona. And we, you know, every time we're asked to go somewhere, if we feel like we have the resources available, we obviously want to serve families that aren't able to access services otherwise, right? And so that's a little bit of information there. I think what's important to share also, just being that you guys are in Arizona, you're still students, but kind of forward thinking in the future, I think what also attracts a lot of people to ACES is the ability to move from one office to another if ever there's an opportunity for whether it's growth or maybe if their family just happens to be moving to California or Colorado or Washington. We're able to provide that opportunity because we are multi-state, definitely a larger presence in California. But we've had people say, hey, you know what, my family's actually moving to Washington. I would love to work out of the Washington office. Or somebody from California like Delane, hey, I'm moving to Arizona with my family. Hey, guess what? We have an office in Arizona. So that I think is attractive for people. And the reality too is that how we have things set up in every single office is the same. We do the same training across the board. We have the same technology. We do use Catalyst for our data books, and we use Central Reach for our scheduling and contract management. And so with regards to just the technology and the training, it's consistent across all offices, which also helps for transitions for any employees or interns or anyone within ACES to move from one office to another and have that consistency, right? So it's not as overwhelming. So that's also a really nice thing that we're able to offer. With regards to our staff, they're in Arizona. Like I had mentioned, we have our BCBAs, and most of them, gosh, some of them are originally from Arizona, but some have relocated from California, I want to say. Again, diverse backgrounds. Some may have had different undergrad backgrounds, but obviously went into the field of ABA and became BCBAs. I want to say a lot have come from either have experience from other companies, but some have also grown within the company as well. So there's that opportunity for growth that I always like to share with everybody, is that we do, from a supervisory standpoint, if you're looking at career development, we do have, I want to say, it's a pretty high retention rate for supervisors. I want to say like in the high 80s in terms of our retention rate for supervisors. I think a lot of people have grown within the company, and our company culture is pretty strong with regards to practicing OBM within the company as well. And that's just kind of going over, in our other offices, primarily California, we do offer other services. So it's a little bit more multidisciplinary because we have a 0 to 3 state program that's funded through local regional centers, but not necessarily in Arizona right now. So just to kind of share that. And then I did want to share a little bit about some of the things, as you guys know, being that we're going through this time right now with COVID-19, we do have to, I guess you could say, be flexible, right? In order for our families to still receive services. And so one of the things that we look at is telehealth. So telehealth is actually huge right now, and ACES has been providing telehealth services. And we do still have interventionists because we are an essential service still going into the homes. But we've been able to launch telehealth with direct behavior interventions with some other offices, and then also doing parent training via telehealth. So one of the things that we're always looking at is just making sure that our families don't go without services. So I think from a standpoint of trying to stay on top of what our clients' needs are, but also making sure that we maintain quality services, that's something that we're always looking at within ACES. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that. We do have, like right now with our telehealth, we have what we call our keep in touch groups. So we are still able to do some social groups with our kids. Again, that's one of the biggest things that we're fearful of, is all that work that we provided. When a client has started with us, we don't want them to regress. So being able to offer a diverse amount of services is always important for us to be able to maintain the progress that they've made as well. So we have a peers group going on right now via telehealth. That's for teens and young adults 13 to 24 years old. So we really do look at the range of our clients in terms of age groups. So that is that. I'm going to see if I can stop share. So I just wanted to share that in terms of our website. But I do definitely want to answer any questions that you guys might have out there with regards to ACES. I don't know how the internship process is looking like right now, Adam, with everything going on in the world. But I'm just thankful for this opportunity to be able to present to your students as ACES being a possible site.
Well, thanks for jumping on. Sorry, I had a meeting supposed to be until 2, so I was able to catch you on the back end. Everything going okay though? Good. I'll be I or Allie will be in contact about video and how to disseminate that to the other students. I believe, yeah, you're recording. So should you have any follow-up questions that you need to ask me, feel free to do so.
Okay.
And then students, if you have questions for of ACES, just let me know or send them a message directly. I can facilitate that.
Perfect, thank you.
Elaine, was there anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so.
I just had a quick question. Since you guys are moving to telehealth, will you be providing training on telehealth for those of us who haven't used it yet?
Absolutely. We have a whole training program for our staff that actually launched, gosh, we got that up pretty quick, I want to say last week.
Yeah.
So we were already anticipating it, but we definitely require that people have to go through training first. So I know people, like a lot of our interventionists are really anxious to get started, but I'm like, sorry, you need to wait, and we need to make sure that this maintains quality of care. So we now have piloted a couple of groups, and we've already launched the training. So we are training staff on telehealth.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Nope. All right, well, I think that's pretty much it for ACES. If any questions pop up, like Adam said, please reach out to us. I'm sure he'll give you guys the information, and we're excited to just be involved with ASU. So.
All right, well, have a good day, everyone.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.